Should we be a little worried with the amount of bobbing these kids are doing in the bus? Here's your spooky spot in the Royal Bobbles Trick or Treat Bagwell Bobblehead Resin Bobblehead Statue. Trick or Treat is a must-watch during the Halloween season. Represent your favorite character from the legendary flick when you get this officially licensed paper bag kid bobblehead statue. Put this decoration wherever you please and make it clear you're the ultimate fan. I will be leaving all of you with lollipops in a second. I don't probably think it was unnecessary to use the shackles. I just want to make sure that you guys weren't going anywhere. Before we get a closer look, though, at Bagwell Bobblehead, or the paper bag kid from Trick or Treat, I'd like to first thank the folks over at Royal Bobbles that did provide this sample we could have a look at. This is available over on either Spirit Halloween's website, some would prefer that to be the go-to, or if you're lucky enough as well to find a local store in your area, you can also find this currently on the shelves with the rest of the Royal Bobbles bobbleheads there. Either way, though, let's grab the tape measure and we'll see how tall the paper bag kid stands. First, in inches, you're looking at the bobblehead being about 5.5 of that, or it's going to be about 14 centimeters tall. And then to compare the kid in the bag to a kid that doesn't ride the bus, here's what the figure looks like along with the earlier looked at. Now, this was the unmasked or partially unmasked Sam Lollipop, the Lollipop / bobblehead. Now, Sam, you can see, is agreeing with me that he's going to be a little bit taller than the paper bag kid, only by just a little bit, though. So the paper bag kid is one of 8 ill-fated children that see their demise that one sad day when the bus driver gets bribes from the parents, of course, to then dispose of the children. And, of course, the one kid that realizes, wrong way, wrong way, wrong way, ends up piloting the front or driving the front of the bus, of course, off the ravine into the chasm down below. Now, this is one of 8 kids. I hope at one point we are going to be getting the remaining kids from the Royal Bobbles. I hate to think that we're only going to be getting just the one, when my personal favorite, at least, is in fact the kid that realizes they're going wrong way, wrong way. Would love to get the Dracula kid, done the same way as what Royal Bobbles has done here with the paper bag kid. Picking, though, up the kid, differently done this time around. Instead of actually having itself a square base like we've got with lots of the Royal Bobbles so far, this is actually a circular base. And if we carefully spin this around, you can see that on the bottom of it is an officially licensed Royal Bobbles Trick or Treat Royal Bobble Bobblehead. You can check out their website, of course, by going over to www.royalbobbles.com, or you can also do the simpler thing of scanning that QR code if you're able to do that. There's no rubberized feet. I guess may have something to do with the fact it's just the size of the base. It's a little bit smaller. Like Sam's, for example, we already had a look at Sam, has a square base, so there's a lot more afforded space to actually incorporate some additional rubberized feet. So you may want to be a little bit more careful of just sliding this around on the surface. The paper bag kid, I mean, certainly as a namesake goes, what a better way to really describe the kid. It's literally a kid wearing a paper bag, but it's not just the paper bag alone. You can see that the kid has spent a little bit of time in actually detailing the bag, adding not only rather scary-looking teeth, but obviously areas of the eyes so you'd be able to see out of them. Now, this one I didn't realize was actually walking around wearing a grain rice bag. I mean, look at the size of the kid and then look at the bag of rice. That's a pretty big bag of rice. Not that I'm an expert when it comes to bags of rice, but I think that that would feed quite a large family. I guess they just buy their rice in surplus. But you can see, like, it actually even has the little details here, some of which are a little harder to see. It actually says enriched rice on the top. It says grain rice. It tells you exactly how much is in there. I just can't quite make it out. What I can, though, make out is the fact that the kid is also carrying around a tiny little pail. Come on, child, that's going to be carrying very little in the way of candy. You need to carry a lot bigger of a bucket to be storing all the treats that you're going to be getting. Now, I'm guessing the kids are also going to be going to school and probably likely then handing around their treats that way. Bus driver, of course, is handing around some lollipops just before the bus driver takes the tour. It takes a different direction, of course. Now, the coloring on this one, again, is really nicely done. Not only do you have the brown color, I like the way they've actually got sort of the impressions, how crumpled up a paper bag would actually be. And I think it's really done nicely here. Of course, underneath it, while you wouldn't be able to see a face, you can see at least there's a part of a chin and a neck there as well. And of course, attaching to what would be a face is a spring instead. The spring not only attaches to the top of the neck, but then glues itself itself inside the cavity of the bag that allows, of course, the bobblehead to move back and forth. Now, this is, of course, as always, a resin bobblehead, so you will want to be a little bit careful when it comes to putting this obviously on display, that it doesn't actually get banged or dropped in any way. The detail, though, the attention to detail, not only just to the large bag of rice, you can see like they've colored the sleeves there as well. Like the hands seem really short, but again, like the proportions of a lot of these kids, they sort of seem a little off proportioned anyways. Some of the kids are really tall, or at least the costumes are really, really tall, like that demon one that's in the background. And again, they're all of sort of varying sizes. But I really like this one. I like this one a lot. The thing I hope, though, the whole time of looking at this one, is the fact that while they've nicely handled here the paper bag kid, I hope, in fact, we do get the rest of the kids. There was, a total of 8, with my personal favorite being the Dracula vampire kid that knows right away they're going the wrong way. Really, again, nice work from the folks over at Royal Bobbles. Now, again, like this one here is a Spirit Store exclusive. So if you guys are interested and want to get this one for yourself, you have to check out your local Spirit Halloweens, whether, again, you have one in your local area or not. If not, you can always go the easier route of going, of course, online. But going online, of course, I think is mostly just a U.S. site. So if you're a Canadian collector like myself, I've just actually placed an order on Spirit Halloween to kind of get some of those few little things that I haven't been able to find in local stores. And of course, you have to worry about the conversion that goes along with it. This being a premium resin bobblehead, first of all, it's going to be about $39.99 for the paper bag kit. That also goes as well for the earlier looked at Sam, which once again we can bring back in for comparisons. Yeah, really nice looking bobbleheads. Not ones I obviously aren't just going to have out for Halloween. No, in fact, I like to think I could celebrate Halloween all year round, so, along with celebrating that Halloween season all year round. Also, as well, these bobbleheads will be on my shelf from January all the way through to the end of December. Upon closer inspection, I realized that's a 50-pound bag of rice. Who in their right mind is buying 50 pounds of rice? And how much does a 50-pound bag of rice go for? I don't know that. What I do know, though, is that the paper bag kit is going for $39.99 again over on Spirit Halloween's website. Or if you're lucky enough, again, you can always check your local Spirit Halloweens. Although I have noticed, though, with Spirit Halloweens over the last several years of going to their stores, that they're not always great. And no faulting at all Spirit Halloween, but they're not always great for getting the stock back on shelves. Bobbleheads especially, it seems to be the case that they sell out right away. And then they may stock a few of them, but they may not stock all of them again. I think last year, in fact, when I went back to get myself the Ghostface had just completely sold out. And I had asked the person that was working behind the counter, what's the likelihood that you're going to be getting any more of the bobbleheads? And I think they even said, well, we're not going to be getting any more this year. So not that that's the case across the board with everything, but I would certainly say if you guys are interested and you like to collect the bobbleheads every single year when Spirit Halloween does open up their doors, it's always kind of best to kind of go into that store. It's not even just the bobbleheads, but just really anything that they have in their store. Try to get the stock when the stock is just shelved. Not wait any longer. If you wait till the end of the year, or wait till the end at least of the Halloween season, the likelihood of then finding this stuff is going to be slim to none. You can always, again, go the route of going online, and sometimes it's also good as well to go order things online, because every once in a while there's coupon codes that you can then save yourself a little bit of additional money off the whatever the price of. And just recently, in fact, I actually just ordered a whole bunch of stuff on Spirit Halloween. So leading that then into the upcoming reviews, there's going to be a lot of stuff coming your way during the month of Spottober. But though going back to the paper bag kid, really nice detail on this one. I think my favorite thing about the paper bag kid is the fact he's got that big smile sort of stuck on the front of the bag. Is that just a picture of his own teeth? He just like cut that out and stuck it on the bag? Again, I'm asking all these questions I really don't have answers for. Who buys a 50-pound bag of rice, and is that actually the teeth taken a photo of from the kid that's underneath the bag, and he just stuck that on the front of the bag? I'm sure nobody's going to have answers for either one of those. Maybe there might be answers for the rice, not likely going to be the answers for whose teeth those actually are. One thing I certainly would also like to do is thank the folks over at Royal Bobbles that did, again, come through and provide the sample of the trick-or-treat paper bag kit. He's also called on the box Bagwell Bobblehead, so you can either call him Bagwell, or I don't know if that's actually his last name or that's just the name he's been given. It'd be funny if his last name is, in fact, Bagwell, and he thought, hey, you know what, Mom and Dad, like, our names are Bagwell, I might as well just be a paper bag kit for Halloween. That's a kid that has ideas. Your idea certainly is to come back to this channel during the rest of Spottober. Make sure you do a couple of things for yourself. First of all, if you don't mind, do me a solid. If you enjoyed this video, want to hit with a like. But if you guys are loving the content you guys are seeing and you certainly do want to come back for more, please and thank you. Make sure if you haven't already done so that you hit that subscribe button down below, and you're also as well turning on the bell notification. Hey, now what? Charlie the ghost was just whispering something in my ear. Sorry, yeah? Oh, okay. Yeah, I also just certainly want to let you guys know that there may be also some ghost related. See, I said it. I was going to say it to everybody. there's going to be some ghost-related reviews also coming your way. All right. Charlie the Ghost is happy. But it's definitely going to be a lot more coming your way, guys. So make sure you're coming back always on a regular basis. And as always, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.